Hello, I am Dale Suggs, pastor of beloved San Diego. Most of us have some familiarity with the name Henry Nouwen. For 50 years, Dr. Nouwen's books dominated theological and secular bestseller lists. Wounded Healer, The Life of the Beloved, Bread for the Journey, and The Inner Voice of Love. Now, what you may not know about Dr. Nouwen is that he always dreamed of running away and joining the circus. I read an interview once where he said, "In the end, with no circus in town, I ran away and joined the church." It's not all that different from the circus, really. There are at least 3 rings going at all times. Sideshow acts are around every corner, and there are more clowns than you can count. At the age of 62, Dr. Nouwen went to the circus for the first time since he was a child. There he fell in love with the flying trapeze. And for a time, Dr. Henry Nouwen, world-renowned author and theologian and professor, traveled as an extended member of a trapeze family called the Flying Rodleys. I was blessed to see a film chronicling Dr. Nouwen's life with the Rodleys. Dr. Nouwen was like a child. His enthusiasm caused him to stumble over his words as he tried to somehow convey what he had learned from the acrobatic artists of the flying trapeze. He said, "It has been a joy for me to gradually discover what the art of the trapeze really is. It's much more than just a little act. It is a picture of life. The Rodleys create something the world so badly needs. Who doesn't desire belonging? Who doesn't desire to laugh? Who doesn't desire to be free? Who doesn't need discipline? Who doesn't need a sense of togetherness? It's all there in one act, what life is all about." Somewhere deep inside, I think we all long to shed our feet of clay and take up wings of flight. But for those gathered in this virtual community tonight, there is only one way to fly, and that's to take a leap we call faith. I believe that God, the sacred, the divine present, the compassionate core of the universe, the beloved, calls us to take a leap of faith right here, right now, in this particular moment in history. Our neighbors, our communities, our world needs people of all faiths to bring people together, create true belonging, invite holy laughter, liberate the oppressed and the marginalized, and embody relentless hope in the face of despair. Near the end of the documentary about Dr. Nouwen's circus life, he shared a story. "I once asked the head of the Rodley family, what is this all about? What he said to me was this. He said, everybody always thinks that the great hero of the trapeze is the flyer, and I am a flyer. I make all these saltos and triples and do all these spectacular things, and people applaud for me and think I am great, great, great. But the real hero is the catcher. I can only fly free when I know there is a catcher to catch me, when I know that when I get back from my trip, there is someone to pull me to safety." This Thanksgiving, as we near the end of a year that has tested and will continue to test our faith, I give thanks for one simple truth. No matter what leap of faith we are called to take, we can trust that we will be caught. Let me close with a poem I have written. "Then my heart said, oh, how I long to run into your arms and be embraced, but I am afraid. And the beloved said, if you long to run, then run. Impulsively I did. I ran towards the precipice of faith. I jumped, I flew, and the beloved caught me. Taking my hand, the beloved caught me. The beloved lifted me up like a child, looking me square in the eye with a face bursting with a smile. Placing me on solid ground, the beloved's arms withdrew a bit, hand still poised to catch me, should I stumble. I looked down at my feet for a moment, amazed to be alive, much less whole and upright. Then I looked up at my divine catcher and said, "Let's do it again." And the beloved laughed.